Welcome to the deep dive. We dig into stacks of sources to bring you clear insights on complex topics. Today we're exploring something pretty pervasive but maybe often overlooked. It's the culture around online casinos and sports betting. Not the betting itself, but how its influence, this sort of slow drip, might be subtly changing, how we think, spend, even how we relate to each other.
Yeah, it's fascinating because it's not about the flashy stuff, the big wins you see advertised. That's just the surface level. What the research really points to are these quieter, almost hidden ways the culture shapes our behavior and our mindset. We're going to uncover some, well, frankly surprising connections today, showing how this world impacts yours, even if you've never placed a single bet. It's a real cultural drift.
Okay, so let's dive in. A good place to start seems to be something really fundamental, how we perceive time. Our sources talk a lot about how these online platforms, especially casinos, are designed. They create this seamless flow environment.
Continuous engagement.
Exactly. No clocks visible, no real external time cues, just constant stimuli. They're literally built to make one moment just blend into the next, keep you immersed.
And that immersion, that design choice, is actually critical because it has this spillover effect. It doesn't just stay on the platform. That constant engagement, the deliberate lack of time markers, it sort of primes our brains for that continuous stimulation elsewhere, too.
Ah, so it leaks into daily life.
Precisely. It
Yeah.
can subtly reshape routines. You might see things like, later nights, maybe disrupted sleep, potentially even a shorter attention span for other tasks. If you connect it to the bigger picture, it's a really stark example of how digital engagement, broadly speaking, can, well, redefine our whole relationship with time.
Okay, that makes sense. And if our sense of time is shifting, what about the actual language we use? This part is pretty wild. The lingo from betting, it's
Yeah.
really seeped into pop culture, hasn't it?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, think about phrases like going all in or calling something a safe bet or hedging your bets. These aren't just casino terms anymore. The sources show them popping up in like everyday chats, business meetings. I even saw examples in dating advice.
Yeah, and it's easy to dismiss it as just catchy slang, but it's often more than that. It reflects a deeper shift, maybe towards a kind of risk-reward mentality, filtering into how we view life itself. It subtly reframes how we assess situations, even things totally unrelated to betting. Decisions become these sort of calculated gambles.
So it encourages you to think.
Right. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How might that mindset be implicitly shaping your own decisions day to day, or how you even perceive risk?
That's a really interesting point. And this risk reward thing, it seems like it's not just in our language, but also in the images we see. Let's talk about fashion and identity. This was kind of surprising in the research. There's this trend, right? Online casino influencers, some sports bettors, cultivating a very specific look on social media.
Absolutely. A very curated lifestyle.
Yeah, the sources list examples: luxury stuff, high-end brands, fancy travel, fast cars, cigars, you know the vibe. Private jets even.
And that curated image, well, it sets up a really warped expectation of what gambling success is supposed to look like. It creates this narrative, but it often completely ignores the quieter reality for most people. That most players don't live in penthouses or fly private. That's just not the norm. These aspirational images, they project a certain allure, sure, but it's so important to be critical to see that they often hide a much more common, maybe less glamorous reality.
Okay, so we've got time, language, image. Now, maybe the most fascinating cultural shift highlighted in the sources: community behavior. These online spaces, forums, Discord servers, Telegram groups for casino players or bettors, they become like digital tribes. But it's not just about sharing odds or tips, is it? What's really going on there?
No, you're right. It's much deeper than just strategy talk. These communities are tapping into something pretty fundamental about group identity. They develop their own shared language, inside jokes. They have their heroes and villains, rituals. All of that builds a really strong in-group feeling.
So it's about belonging.
Exactly. It fulfills that basic human need for connection, for belonging somewhere. For some people, logging in isn't just about playing the game anymore. It's about being part of that community. It's about finding their people.
Wow. So when you pull all this together, what's the big takeaway from this deep dive? It really seems like online betting isn't just an activity people do. It's become this whole culture, a lifestyle force almost. And even if you personally aren't, spinning slots or placing bets, you're probably still bumping up against its influence, right? Like in music videos, ads on TikTok, maybe even just in conversations you overhear.
Absolutely. And that really brings us to the crucial question the sources raise. Are we actually aware of how deep this influence goes? Or are we, maybe unknowingly, just sort of rolling the dice with our daily choices, subtly shaped by a culture we haven't fully stopped to notice.
Yeah.
It really invites a moment of reflection, I think, for
Yeah,
everyone.
definitely. So, if anything we've talked about today resonated, even a little bit, maybe just take a moment sometime this week to notice where those subtle cues might be coming from in your own world. Because, just being aware, that's always the first step towards living a bit more consciously, isn't it?